Hi there. In this video we will be taking a look at this Huawei tripod Selfie Stick Pro. I'm obviously not that into selfie sticks, but I do take occasional safety. What? I'm not that into selfie sticks, but I do take the occasional I'm not that to I'm not that into selfie sticks, but I do take the occasional selfie during vacations with my wife and daughters. So, being more of us now, it's a bit harder to just put your hand far enough away to take a selfie. So, something like this, yep, will do the trick. But not just any random cheap selfie stick. I want one that's, as you can see here, telescopic. It also doubles up as a tripod and it's Bluetooth, so you don't need to have that weird cable that plugs into the phone. None of that nonsense. And this I am hoping I can also use for filming YouTube videos when my normal bigger tripod is just not good for that particular moment. So hopefully this will be everything that I need it to be and want it to be. But we will see. Yeah, so it's a remote control tripod and it also has zoom buttons. Some of the features might only work on Huawei phones, so I need to... Really? Maybe it's better to open it here, so be back in a second. Anyway, I need to tell you that from the start that if you have a different brand of phone, yeah, you might not get every feature of this thing. Don't you like the fact that we are such an evolved species that we lately need to put this kind of, and this was a self-peeling off, too late now. We need to put this kind of sealing up stickers on everything these days because people will literally try to steal everything. So yeah, there's that. Kind of sad, but is what it is. Let's get this out of here. Ooh, this is okay-ish. I think it's a bit more than I expected, honestly. Okay, so first thing, this hinge right here, really smooth and quite stiff. As you can see, the plastic begins to bend before it moves, so I recommend you hold it from quite close when you are moving and not from the end. But I don't think it will break. But better safe than sorry. Okay, so here you will attach your phone, obviously, quite strong spring, and we have, these are covered in rubber. This one is full rubber, as you can see. It's literally bending. It has a metal inside of it, presumably, and this one has rubber on the bottom. And this, as you can see, I keep saying as you can see today, has a few positions and you cannot really use it in between them. It will not stay there. So it's flat, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, and same in the other direction. Here we have some rubber, and let's see about the feet. They have rubber on them. So for the tripod part, how do we do this? That's it. No latching, no nothing, just, no, it cannot be just that. Push, okay. Okay, this makes sense. So this little guy will actually lock everything in place. Camera, focus. Wait, what? No. Okay. So yeah, so this is magnetic. It will tend to stay together. which is good, but I hoped something, this will not be as flimsy and floppy like they are. So I hope they will somehow lock in place. They don't, but yeah, if you put it down on something, it's not moving, so not really a problem, but they just do feel a bit flimsy. Quite thin plastic in this area. I'm not a fan of that, but yeah, what can you do? Let's read the manual, see how we can connect this thingy. If I remember right, this pops out, so it's also a remote, which I might be using for my YouTube videos. It's easier to just press in here to start recording, then try to touch the phone of the screen. The phone of the screen. So my screen has a phone, if you didn't know. The screen of the phone. Okay, that's cool. So you can actually put this somewhere facing you to take a normal picture, not a selfie, and have this in your hand 5 meters apart. And it's magnetic, so it's not just relying on the rubber, which does lock in place, both top and bottom. It's also magnetic. As you can see, it wants to stay here. Yep, that's good. So the only downside up until now, it's this flimsiness. I don't like it. It's just a bit too flimsy for me. But hey, there's that. Let's see. Oh, that's a smooth mechanism. That's really smooth. And quite well made. Let me see. Ooh, it does bend a tiny bit, but almost not at all. So that's a good mechanism. Okay. Seems to be a good product, honestly. But why did they make this so flimsy? So this is extremely thick. It's good. Just the hinge itself, you can break it off. If I put my hand in here now, I rip it apart. So Huawei, if anybody from you is seeing this, make it just a bit stiffer, if you know what I mean. So let's read the manual and connect this to my phone. We have this, which we'll ignore. This also ignore, so it's for the AF15 Pro and CF15 Pro. Valid, safety information. Yep. This is the manual itself. So to enter pairing mode, hold power switch for 2 seconds. And obviously, first time remove this protection from the battery. Search for the selfie stick and connect to it. Next step, all of the features. The zoom and power switch work with phones you're running EMUI 10 and Magic UI 3 or later. And yes, for zoom, camera must support zooming. Kind of makes sense. How to use it. I think these two are somehow connected. This is a weird manual because we have some pictures up top and then text in 100 different languages. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird manual, honestly. So for the remote, and I think the rest is on the new page. Really freaking weird manual, I honestly tell you. Kind of hard to follow. To replace the battery, hopefully it will last quite a good while. In theory, remote control range about 10 meters. Yeah, I'm not going to take pictures of myself or our family from 10 meters because when I get back to the phone probably will be already stolen. So yeah, nope. If it works for 2, 3, 4 meters, that's good enough for us. And that's about it for the manual. Now, remove this thingy. Please don't tell me I need to open up the screw. It's not the first time I have things like this that just don't come out unless I undo the screw. So be back in a second. Pull on it a bit stronger. If it doesn't come out, I will undo the screw. It did come out, just needed to wiggle it a bit, and you can see how tough it was locked in there. Now, what did they say? Power on for 2 seconds. And we are in pairing mode. So now let's get to the phone. And my particular phone, being a Huawei, yes, China knows all that I'm doing, sees it directly and wants to connect. But I want to show for you how it would actually look like. So let's go to something like this, Bluetooth, and any day now, in available devices, you can see it right here. Pair. And in theory, we are connected, and now everything should work. But yes, obviously you need to have your Bluetooth always on your phone to be able to use this device. Now that we are connected, let's see. Isn't this cute? So I am using the zoom function, which is awesome. It will help a lot with my YouTube videos to have this tiny remote. Let's see. Yep, stops and starts also video, if you are in video mode on your phone. This presumably just shuts it off. I think that's what it's doing only. Oh, it can actually do something else. If your phone is locked and you press this button twice, it will unlock, actually not unlock the phone, start directly the camera up, which is great. If you are on your home screen, again, pressing twice will go directly to camera. If you are already in camera mode, pressing twice will change between video and photo. So, yep, for my YouTube, this will be perfect. Also, when you are in camera mode, if you only press it once, it will switch between front camera and selfie camera, or selfie camera which is front and rear camera which is the other one. I don't know how they're called. So this button in the end has quite a lot of features on it. And they all work, at least on my Huawei P30 Pro. Something else, this will go to sleep if not used for 3 minutes, which is good to save battery, and if not used for 2 hours, it will actually shut off. And when this LED will blink red, it means it's kind of time to change the battery. And do not use the selfie during a thunderstorm. You might get struck by lightning. Jesus, I cannot pronounce that. And if I want to power this thing off, it seems I can do it directly, so I don't wait for it to power off. 3 seconds, hold the button. Yep, and it's off. Nice. And let's see for on. Enough to press any button? No, I need to press power button. Is it on now? Okay. Let's try 3 seconds. And now it's on. Yep. Okay. That's good. So basically, now I will start using this thing for YouTube videos and also during our vacation, and then I will get back to you with the result. If it's good, if it has any issues, hopefully not, and if I recommend it or not. So, for you next, for me it will take a while. Just something else, this is also able to rotate. Kind of hard to do it with one hand, but it's able to fully rotate from the remote part, which is good. And when fully tucked in, it's decently compact. Not extremely compact, still kind of big, but yeah, it's okay. To continue this video a good while later, this has been used in a few vacations and it's honestly awesome. The only problem I had with it, this little rubber basically fell off. I think the phone was not inserted quite right and somehow it put pressure on it. It fell off. I recovered it obviously and super glued it in place and it's not moving anymore. So yeah, and this, as you can see, it's not quite straight. It's a bit at an angle, but depending on how you mount your phone in this, it actually kind of levels itself from the weight of the phone. So basically in the end, no issue. And overall, I cannot see what a tripod could have at a similar price point to be better than this. Yes, you can think of gimbals and stuff like that, but that's a whole different price point. But this thingy with its remote, it's absolutely awesome. And yes, it actually works on Samsung, for example. My brother-in-law has a Samsung phone. He used it in one of our vacations. And then he bought one of these of his own because he said it's better than anything else that he tried. The only downside, they don't seem to be available too much anymore. At least at the point he bought his, we barely could find one available, and it was from a private individual, not in stores. So they are changing the lineup, or it was just a momentary stock problem. I have no clue, but if you can get your hands on this, it's 100% worth it. Yeah, it's a bit weirder to connect it to the phone. If you want to connect it to another phone, make sure the phone that it is connected to initially has its Bluetooth off, because otherwise this will directly, when you power it on, connect to the phone and you cannot connect it to another one. So turn off the Bluetooth of the phone that it's already connected to, or not have it in range at least, and then it will allow you to connect to a different phone. That's a bit of a weirdness, but anyway, this is an awesome product. We have used it even in tripod mode with the remote in hand. Many pictures were made with this thing and it's awesome. Good job Huawei. This is what a good product looks like. So that's about it for this video. Hope it helps you. In case you can find this thing, I recommend you get it. No issues whatsoever. And yeah, ask whatever you need in the comments and see you in the next one. And these things seem to be less flimsy than I initially thought. They stay together quite well with the magnet, so they are not flapping around in the breeze, and when you actually need them, yeah, they are strong enough. Yes, don't put too much weight or wobble it around too much, you can break them, but yep, they do the job. That's about it again. Bye.